Yeah. Evidently. Yeah. Evidently the game never ends, and I'll never stop being played by family and friends, simply because everybody has a price and it really doesn't matter how many times somebody says they have your back. If the pay is right, they'll strike you like an enemy with the paid attack. Yeah. It is what it is. The game is so real, it comes to the simple fact. It's not a game, I say it with absolute certainty. It's a system within a web of true lies, unfortunately. And I'm not paranoid, I'm perceptive. I see the strings as I grind my teeth, while negative thoughts run through my mind like an epiphany that creeps up slowly as I connect the dots that clarify the truth with my southern clarity. To see the facts as my mind weighs heavy, trying to stay calm, cool and collected with these thoughts that enlighten my brain with this newfound intelligence. As I glance instinctively toward the darkened windows, then back to you, my mind racing while piecing together 100 small things that suddenly make a terrible coherent sense. The humility and shame they brought to my name, they gave me as the one they call nobody was bought at their expense. They labeled me incompetent and locked me up in the insane asylum until the judge deemed me competent enough to be socially acceptable to be in the community, because I knew too much, so they consider me to be a problem. Therefore the judge, the whole, that wasn't the end of their assessment, it was the beginning of their surveillance. They labeled me incompetent to justify the watch by saying I was out of touch with reality, because I saw how the system works, unlike most people in society who can't see beyond the knowledge they train our minds to believe. So they justified it by labeling me as crazy, to make the quarantine of the monitoring me seem beneficial for my own good. When facts be told, they feared my intelligence as they tried to retrain my thinking, like what I saw and came to know was irrelevant. And I was delusional, like I had a mental illness that I needed medication for to help with my symptoms, as they tried to play me like I was ignorant. But yeah, evidently the game never ends, and I'll never stop being played by family and friends, simply because everybody has a price and it really doesn't matter how many times somebody says they have your back. If the pay is right, they'll strike you like an enemy with the paid attack. It is what it is. The game is so real, it comes down to the simple fact that it's not okay, but it is what it is. To this day, I'm being observed like an assignment as I spit the phrase out like a bitter taste. They conscripted my circle of people who come around and paid them or played on their fears and manipulated them as they turn my sanctuary into their outpost. Everyone has a price, even the ones you trust the most. They told me that to my face. It wasn't a taunt, it was a confession and a warning. They were letting me know the scale of it by giving me food for thought about how I could improve it. Therefore the scale measured up to the fact that it's simply institutional. Therefore I can't buy my way out, because they've already bought everyone around me. I let out a slow controlled breath, my expression settling into one of grim focus. My birth name is Joseph, but they gave me the name nobody. The playful light from before is gone, replaced by the steady burn of a strategist, seeing the battlefield map for the first time upon the simple fact that at the end of the day they're not fearing me because I'm incompetent. Yeah, they're fearing me because I'm away. I see the architecture of the trap, and a man who sees the contraption of the trap, who names the price and sees the signs behind the conspiracy, who wanders freely in a field that they walled in their minds. That man is dangerous to their control, to the narrative, so they prep me for mine. Redirection to regain control. Therefore, I'm pretty positive they gave me the name nobody, because it's a double-edged sword on the knowledge for the two-sided story about how nobody knows the facts of what's going on within a system that's ran like a program that hides in plain sight in front of everyone's face on the daily, and nobody sees the monitor. Therefore nobody runs shit around here. They called it the game and they told me they can make me disappear, but at the end of the day they can play their games and try to institutionalize me or get me to off myself. Due to the knowledge I know that I happen to see clear, as they try to make me fear it. But when it's all said and done, not only does nobody know and run the show, I'm the one they fear, because regardless of their head games, nobody is still right here. But I suppose that's just how it goes, because evidently the game never ends, and I'll never stop being played by family and friends, simply because everybody has a price and it doesn't matter how many times somebody says they have your back. If the pay is right, they'll strike you like an enemy with a paid attack. Yeah.